So we're going to do the solution to the static assets project now. So if you haven't finished it yet, then finish now, and then we'll get started. Just kidding. We can do it together. So I did it in about 6 commands, or six instructions is how many instructions it took me to complete this project. So now that I have the whole project set up, I'm going to write my Docker file. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say create a new file here in the static assets project, and I'm going to call it Docker file. So here I'm going to say from, and we're going to do some version of Node. Let's do 12-stretch. I think I have latest in my notes, but you can do it from whatever you want. Let's do it from 12-stretch because that's what we've been doing. Give it a working directory. Let's call it /app or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go with /app. Copy everything. Copy ... And we're going to do run npm CI, right, to install all of our dependencies. And then you could technically have another run underneath this. In general, when I have multiple sequential things running, right, and they're all accomplishing relatively the same thing, I'll just do ands, right? So do this and this and this and this, right? What's nice about that is that gets made into one layer, right? So it gets cached all together, which is in general what the kind of behavior you're looking for. So here I'm going to say npm run build, right? Because that's how I build out the final project. So let's do this as build or something like that, right? Builder. We'll call it builder for fun. So for the second one, we're going to do from nginx, and I said 1.17, right? But you could totally do this from Alpine. You could do it from latest. That's kind of up to you. And now all we need to do is we need to copy it from the previous one into the directory that I told you before, right? So I'm going to say copy. And we could create a user and all that kind of stuff. Now, for now, let's just ignore it. Let's just all do it from root. So I'm going to say -- from equals builder. And we're going to do it from /app /build, right? Because that's where it gets built into, right? And we're going to copy that into /user /share /nginx /html. And again, I told you not to put it in a CMD, because if you put it in a CMD, then you're going to overwrite what nginx ones is doing. We don't want to do that. We want nginx to handle all the things. So that's it. Now this should work. So let's try it. So where are we? We are in static assets project. So I'm going to say docker build -t. Let's just call this static app or something like that. And we should be able to build. This will take a second because React takes forever to build. And I should say it's Webpack. Webpack takes forever to build. But it's going to run both those commands, install the assets, and then as soon as it's done with that, then it's going to go ahead and run our build, which is going to output our build directory. Oh, you know what I did in here, which I didn't realize, that this is still going to work. You can see here it's going into Node SAS now. There we go. Now we're finally into the build process. But while it's doing that, you know what? Oh, I got it right, from builder. You could also put from 0 here as well. That would totally work. And that's what I have in my notes. All right, so that built. And so now what it's going to do is it's going to go download from nginx, right? Looks like I don't have it on my computer, but so it's going to go do that really quick. Looks like it's about 50-odd megabytes. And then it copied everything from builder into that directory. Okay, so now we have our built container. So what we're going to say is docker run -P, or $p rather, sorry, 8080, which you can run this on any port that you want to, but the first one's going to be the host port, but it is going to be run on port 80 because that's what nginx runs on by default, right? So we're going to go from 80 to 8080 in our local computer. Okay, and then we're going to do static-app. So let's go see if that works. Localhost 8080. Lo and behold, your app is now running, but this is being served by Nginx, right? So what was hard about that? What did you struggle with?
For us, it was not forgetting that it needs to be specifying the working directory and copying all the files. You know, it's kind of like this idea that this is basically like an empty container. You need to bring something in for it to work with. Mm-hmm. So that there was a little bit of disconnect. So everything else we were very spot on, just that particular part. So then, like, as I was trying to build, like, I can't find the index file. I can't find the directory. Makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I don't have anything.
Yep, that would definitely be a problem. Hopefully this all at least makes sense. So now if we went back and did it again, you would be able to do it. So right now we're just using some default config file that Nginx has for us. You can also copy in an Nginx configuration and then modify your Nginx configuration however you want to. It allows you to do that as well. Now we're not going to do that, one, because I don't know how to configure Nginx, and I'm not sure many people do. Nginx is hard to configure. That's the long and the short of it. So we're actually going to go and do some more stuff with Nginx here in just a second to show you how we can actually even make this even simpler. We can actually run the Nginx container directly without even building it, which is kind of fun as well.